Something we're very familiar with, and that's just bringing the arms up, and as you come down you're just going to bring the arms like that. Now we normally do these quickly, but I want to do them in a controlled way, and when you stretch, really stretch. When you bend, really use the leg muscles. Okay, I'm just going to let somebody else in, so keep going, girls. I knew there was someone missing, Annette. Okay, I've got the dog here because I'm in the place where I can't lock him out, so he's bound to jump in front of the computer any minute. No, he's settled on the floor. Good boy. All right, so as I said, we're really thinking about stretching. As you stretch, don't lift the shoulders. Keep the shoulder blades down so the stretch is going through the arms. And again, so I'm already feeling everything firing up, my glutes, my thighs. I'm feeling my core stretching, the arms working. Taking deep breaths in and out, getting plenty of oxygen into the body. So by doing them like this, lots of them, you can obviously feel it's part of the workout rather than just warm up. Okay, keep the arms up. Now we're going to just bend forward and bring the arms out to aeroplane wings and then up. I'll show you from the side. So I am going to stick my bottom out, and I've got my knees slightly bent, because bending straight from the waist could cause problems. So if I showed you what bending from the waist looks like, it's keeping the back straight and the legs straight. Now I don't always think that's the best way of doing it, because a sudden bend down like that can cause problems. So I'm going to just stick the bottom out, bend my knees slightly. Now you can start to look down, so you really are like a tabletop as you come down. Lift, and of course all the arm movements, hopefully are getting the heart rate up, so there is a little bit of cardio in this as well. Deep breath in, out. See how your body feels. Those arms should start to ache any minute. And now let's stay forward with your head down. Just pulse, just sort of pulse around the waist, around the bottom, bending the knees, just pulsing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. I think Lillian, you might be off mute, darling, so if you put your thing on mute so I'm the biggest picture. Yeah, I think it's Lillian, I can hear. All right, lovely. So just rotate that waist for me. Again, the next one is stretch slash difficult move. So we're going to be in a lunge position. I want you to really get this right before we start, because we're going to be in it for a little while. So let's start with our left foot back. So you need to step it back quite far. I'm hoping you can see my feet there. I'll try to position. Okay, now for a lot of it, you're going to be on the ball of the foot with the heel raised. Okay, let me just see if I can see you all. You just need to have it wide enough. If you're like this with your feet there, it's really not going to work for you, this exercise. Okay, now keeping this position, I want you to tense the left buttock. The left leg is back, and I want you to tense the leg muscles at the front. The core is switched on. We're going to lift the arms and then push them back. Okay, so we're kind of upright still, with our body upright, but obviously we're working into those legs and the glutes. When you lift, see if you can lift without pulling your rib cage up, keeping it down. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel it in the triceps as you push back. Now if you need to stand, that's fine, and if you're having trouble balancing, then hold on to a wall. Okay, now we're going to just drop that bottom back leg and up. Okay, so the knee just dips down. You're doing nothing with the front leg. It's the back leg that drives the movement and forces the front leg to bend. My knee's coming straight down, so there's no pushing forward, no pushing back. The knee drops and squeeze up. Drop and squeeze. Body stays upright. So if you feel like you're initiating this move with the front leg, try and think of that back leg dropping and then moving your front leg. I'm just reiterating that because I can just see that some people, I think your leg needs to be further back, Annette. That's it, darling. Lovely. Now if you want to add some arms, you bring the arms up. This is where balance gets a bit tricky, and push the arms back. So you lunge, arms up. This is where it's a little bit like yoga if you've ever done the warrior. I think Thelma does her yoga, so she'll know these. Keep breathing, deep breath in and out. In and out. One more. In, out. Okay, let's bend forward. All right. Oh, I think someone else is off mute. Jackie's off mute as well. Just make sure you're all muted, girls. So my back leg is fairly straight and the heel pushed down. This time I am leaning forward. I know your legs are probably killing you, so let's just finish with arms up and back. So the difference this time is I haven't got my body upright. So there's a lot more pressure on that right leg at the front. Okay, a couple more. Keep breathing, it helps. Now just rest down on that front leg. It's killing me. And then if you can, bring those hands to the mat. Then you're going to step that right leg back. Now we're in down dog. And just stay there for a minute. Get your breath back. Big deep breath in and out. If you can, you're going to bring the right knee in and then back. Stick with the right leg, just the right leg, and back. If you want to progress, the knee comes in, and then as you push it back, it comes up. So the knee comes in, and when you do bring the leg up, push back so your head goes between your arms. All right, on the next one, we're going to leave the knee in. Nearly finished, I promise. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the knee down, other knee down, knees wide, and child's pose. Brilliant. So that most definitely was a bit of cardio thrown in there. Heart's beating like crazy. And stretching and strengthening all in one hit. Okay, so rolling very slowly back up. And as you've probably gathered, we only did the right leg, so the left leg is going to be used next. Okay, just need to grab some water. It's quite intense, that. Okay, so when you're ready then, we're going to come back up to standing. Make it into a nice full roll up. So curling the toes under, pushing back, straightening the legs first, and then rolling up. Perfect. And roll the shoulders at the top. I can't get my computer any further back for you to see my feet, but I'm hoping everything's okay. All right, so we need to do the lunge to the other side. So this time your left leg is going to be forward. You need to step that back leg really quite far back. I can't see all of you, but yeah, that's much better in there. Oh, unless you feel like you're going to lose control, you might need to bring it in a little bit. You all look good. Okay, so standing upright as we did before. This time, rather than the arms coming forward and back, we're going to have them up and then bring the elbows to the waist. So up and squeeze. Try and turn the palms round as you do it. So you're kind of squeezing. So my palms are like that as they go up, and then I pull them in. Okay, so you're keeping that lunge position. Really squeezing the right butt cheek, feeling the left thigh fired up, the core on. My back leg hasn't got the heel down, it's up. And just drop the arms. Now we're going to do the lunge, okay? So as before, the back leg drops, and then you use the right buttock to squeeze that leg back up. So just drop. Even if you drop 1 inch, okay, so just like that, that is fine. A lunge doesn't have to come all the way down, especially if you've got bad knees. Okay, so Thelma, you're doing a lot of pushing forward, sweetheart, like this. Okay, it's not about forward, darling. You try and keep that front leg bent and come down, but I know you suffer with your knees. Yeah, so that's fine, darling. That's fine. What you could do, Thelma, is just tiny little knee bends like that, not in a lunge position. All right, darling. Okay, girls, well done. Let's bring the arms up and then into the waist. You could just do the arm movements. That's it, Thelma. Lunges are really hard. Okay, this is where it's going to get really hard. We're going to bend forward, back heel pressed into the mat, and we'll finish there with arms up again and push back for a pulse. Up, back, back, up. Needless to say, if anything's hurting, just come up to a straight leg, just bend forward and do the arms, because I am finding these incredibly challenging as well. Last one. Bend right forward, hands to the mat, step the left leg back, just stay in your down dog for a moment. Let your breath back, let the head hang between the arms. With the core switched on, use the core to bring the knee in, left knee in, left leg back, staying on the left leg, left in and back. If you want to work harder, that left knee comes in and then you push that left leg up towards the ceiling. In and lift. In and lift. The last one. And you're going to leave the knee in for 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down, knees wide, and treat yourself to child's pose. Flipping heck, like. I know you're my mates, but I bet you're wishing I was ill now, aren't you, that I hadn't made a quick recovery. Whew, look what happens when I do.